Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Leftover Wednesdays. I am so excited for today. We don't have as much money saved up this week. We did use some of it, but we still have some money, so that's better than nothing. And we did finish a couple of books, a few books actually. So let's get straight into it. Now, this week I was able to finish 3 books, and I'm super excited about that. And that means that we are going to have to start a new savings challenge. So I'm really excited about that. I printed it out this morning so that I can go ahead and right away start coloring the other one. And yeah, okay, so first book that I finished was an audiobook, and it was called Night Crawling by Layla Motley, and it is based in Oakland, California, which is the Bay Area, and it deals with a lot of dark, serious issues, police abuse, brutality. It follows a young 17-year-old that because of the adult's life choices around her, she ends up having to resort to doing sex work at 17, and she gets tangled in the abuse of police in Oakland, California, and she actually starts doing sex work for a lot of the police officers, and there's this huge ring around it, and it deals with how we treat rape and abuse survivors. It is a novel, so it deals with a lot of ups and downs in her life, as well as the people around her, her brother, the young kid that lives next door. They're getting evicted. There's a lot going on. And at the end of the book, you get to listen to the author talk about where this idea for this book came from. And apparently a few years back, there was a young woman that was anonymous that ended up being that a lot of the police departments in the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, and a lot of different ones were part of this like horrible like prostitution ring and extortion and stuff like that. It was all over the news apparently. And there was a young woman in the middle of it all that was kind of passed around. And so that's where it kind of like came from, that idea came from. She wanted to give a voice to the voiceless, because there is many a young woman and young men that are used in this way because they're just available because of where they were born, how they were born into. It's really like deep and like, yeah. I really enjoyed that book. It read like poetry in a lot of areas. Like her writing, Layla's writing is really good, and I'm looking forward to reading other things from her. And I obviously gave this one 5 stars. So we're gonna do the last book in this savings challenge, and we're gonna give that 5 stars. Yay! So we can now officially use this savings challenge when we finish one in the future. So I'm excited about that. And then next up that I finished reading, this was also an audiobook. All 3 finished this week are audiobooks. And this one is called She Is Not Sorry by Mary Kubica. I've read a couple of from her. And this one, I think somebody recommended this one in the comments. I'm not sure, but I think somebody recommended that. That was pretty interesting. It was definitely had a lot of twists and turns that I did not expect. So it was a nice surprise. I haven't read one of her books in a while. So that was a fun, mystery, and I definitely knew some of the twists, and then I didn't know other twists, so it kind of kept it like, it was nice. I still like to read books where I know where it's going, just because I like the ride. But I also love when a book surprises me and I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't expect that. So I did not expect a couple twists and turns. And again, books like this, I can't really go into detail because I will spoil it for you. But I gave this one 4 stars, and 4 is blue. So we're going to start off this one now. And this savings challenge is from the Cabin Nook. She has a YouTube, and this is from her Ko-fi. It was a free one I downloaded in her Ko-fi, and I'll leave I'll tag everybody down below so that you can get these savings challenges for yourself. All right, next up is a book that was definitely recommended in the comments to me. I forget who. I need a screenshot when people recommend me books and I add them so that I can have like a little folder of people recommending me things so I can like put your name here. But this one is called So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. And this one is a vampire book. These two girls go out on a like birthday kind of vacation style thing, and they come across some vampires, and I will leave it at that because again, it's another one I don't want to spoil too much about, but it was really interesting. I also listened to this in audio form. And yeah, I mean, I liked it, but a lot of the times I kind of like rolled my eyes in between. I would love to see this as a movie. As a movie, I feel like, you know, there's certain parts that are super creepy. That I would love to see this as a movie. Listening to it, I gave it 3 stars. I really enjoyed it. I just, again, like I said, there was a few times where I kind of rolled, you know, like my, you know, girl power. I rolled my eyes a little bit. But it was really good, and I am looking forward to reading more from this specific author. So 3 stars still means I liked it. And wait, that was pink? Okay, yeah, that was pink. Yay, so I did finish 3, and now that makes my total read this year of 62 books, which is amazing. I don't know if we're going to finish all this. At the end of the year, I'm going to stop this savings challenge. So I have about 4 or 5 more weeks before I finish this one. We're not going to go do it all the way through, but at the beginning of the year, we're going to be starting a new fresh page that we can then start, you know, coloring the ones that we read in 2026. So I'm excited about that. And these two, I just realized because we're not going to finish the whole thing, I am going to treat this as one savings challenge. So whenever I do use it, after we finish the year, I'm going to use it as one savings challenge. So that way, whatever books I finish, that is what is going to be saved up money-wise. So I'm excited about that. All right. And then I am currently reading 2 books. One book is one that I was reading last week. And then a new one that I'm like halfway through. In one day, I was like listening to it. One of them is in my Kindle and the other one is audio form. And the first one that I'm currently reading, which is the one that I was reading last week, is called Boy Parts by Eliza Clark. And this is a really good book. I read, I think, about 25 pages of this. I haven't really had time to actually read. I've been knitting a lot for my niece. My niece was born on Friday. There is a little bit of complications there with her. So I've just kind of been keeping myself knitting as much as I can for her for the future, just keeping positive vibes going. And so I haven't really been reading. I've been listening to audiobooks more than I have been actually using my eyes to read, because I've been using my eyes to knit. So I've only read 25 pages of this one, but I still love it. It deals with this woman that takes risky photographs, sensual photographs of young men, and she has come up with somebody offered her like an art exhibit in this like really fancy prestigious place. So it's kind of like her life trying to get more art, and also like her personal life. There's a lot of drugs involved, and I don't know what more I'm expecting from this, but everybody that's read it has really, really liked it. And so far, so good. So I think I'm only like 20%, 25% in, and I really am enjoying it. The next book that I am listening to, this one audio form, is called Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. I think that's her last name. And this book has already been made either, was it a show or a movie? It's already been made into something, and I'm like halfway through this. I could not put it down, but I don't like to have my headphones on when I'm around my kids. Like if like we're hanging out, I don't have my headphones on unless I'm like doing the dishes or, you know, doing laundry, stuff like that. And they're watching TV or they're doing something else like that in a separate room. But this one's really good. It's if you're a mother, if you've been neglected by your partner, if you are tired as fuck from being a mom, the main parent, you know, like trying to make friends, sometimes annoyed of your kids, whatever stage of that you are. Because I know some mothers go like, what are you talking about? Motherhood is perfect. It's amazing. I don't like, you know, like I just roll my eyes at that because we all have a breaking point, and whether it's the breaking point is different for everybody, and you might not like explode or yell or feel overwhelmed, but you definitely do have those moments of rolling your eyes as a mother. Okay, can you go put it in the kitchen, please? That's why you should not add too much in the cup. Add a little bit, and then if you still want some more, you can add more to the cup. She ate some spicy mango, and then she filled up her cup like to the brim, and now she can't finish it. But I always tell them, I go, serve yourselves a little bit, or like, you know, a nice amount, and then if you still want more, then add more to it. Then we don't like waste the food or the drink. Anyway, that was perfect timing for her to come in. But in the book, she starts thinking that she's turning into a dog, and I'm not sure if she's like, you know, having like a nervous breakdown, or if this is actually happening. She thinks other moms are also turning into dogs and then roaming around, and it's really interesting. I am looking forward to finishing this book and then seeing the show or movie, whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, I saw previews of the show or the movie. I don't know. We're just going to call it show, so I don't keep saying both. And it looks super creepy and super weird, super out there. And I'm really looking forward to watching that after I finish this book. I don't know where it's going. I'm halfway through. I'm hoping I'm going to go do laundry today, and I'm going to go clean a house. So hopefully I can finish it while I'm doing that. And yeah, I have high hopes for this one. I think this one's definitely going to be like a 5-star book next week. And I'm definitely going to finish it by next week for sure. All right, so now it is time to see how much money we have left over in our wallets. So let me grab my wallet and my husband's extra money. We don't have as much as we did last week, but we do both have still some. And, oh, I should get my cash tray. All right, let me set this up really quick so it's not crooked, or at least not too crooked. All right, so for my husband, we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and $18. That is amazing. So 18. And then before we start with my money, I did roll up more coins this week, and I rolled up a total of $10.50. And because we had 50 cents rolled up from last week, we were able to cash in $11. So we have an extra $5, $10, and $11 that we can play with today. So I'm excited about that. And I think next week I only needed 70 cents to roll up a $5 dime container thingy, and I need $1 to roll up a $2 nickel one. So hopefully next week we might have a little extra money as well, like $5, $7. But so far right now, $11 is way better than zero. And then this week we have a total of, coin-wise, we have, let's see here. We have a total of 50, 75, $1, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. All right, so I'm gonna put it back in here because my jar is too far away and I would have to move this to get out. I'm pretty much stuck underneath this table until I finish filming. All right, and then in my wallet, we have different envelopes, as you can see. And in personal, I gave myself this week $50. I usually give myself 60, but I'm cutting down because we want to donate as much as we can. We want to pay debt as much as we can. So, you know, $5 here, $10 there, it adds up. And in personal, out of 50, we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I ended up going to the art store, and that's where some of the money went. I had to get a couple of things. And then obviously more yarn. And then in dining out, I gave myself $40, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 left over. Groceries is in the debit card. Household, I gave myself $10, and we have $5. Family fun, I gave myself $25, and we have $10. I took my daughter to karate class, and I got them some boba, and yeah, I used some of this money to finish off the family fun. Yeah, I think mix it up. So for kids, I had $10, and I gave them, and we have $2 left. Oreo has 0, but she had 10 in there. Nails. No, this is Oreos. I probably put it in the wrong one. Yeah, because I grabbed, so the dog store that I go to, they have like these barrels where they have a lot of like tiny little dry snacks. And we have these balls that we got Oreo where we put snacks in there so that she kind of has some stimulation while we're away, and we'll hide the balls. There's like 2 or 3 balls, and we hide them in different parts so that she doesn't just like eat all the treats right away. And I bought like a pound. Yeah, because it's like 3 something for a pound. So this should be $6 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. I was right. Okay, yeah, because nails should not have anything at all. Okay, and miscellaneous, I gave myself $5, and I have $2. One of these dollars I used to add the $1 to the savings challenge that I completely just went over my head and did not write the last dollar in for Mini Mondays. So that is settled. And in here we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. So out of 150, I was able to save $50. That's amazing. So 55, 60, 65, 70. So that's 70 with my husband and the coin exchange. 70. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, and $79. That is amazing. $79 that we're going to be able to stuff today. And now to cash stuff my wallet for the coming up week. Hopefully I don't use as much money because it is a holiday. I know I sound like a broken record, but this is for all the new people here. I cashed off you see this on Wednesday, but I cashed off my wallet on Saturday or Sunday, and I always pre-record. So by Wednesday, I've already spent a couple, so it's for this week right now that I have. And then next week, I'll cash stuff this coming weekend, and so on and so on. Okay, so for personal, we're gonna give myself $50. We have everything for Thanksgiving. I don't know if I'm gonna buy anything. Am I buying anything? Probably, I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I might spend some of this in the last couple of days that just passed. Dining out is going to get $40. And then tomorrow I'm going to the Sunrise Festival at Alcatraz Island, which I'm really excited about. And I'll definitely have some video of that up. My son said he's going with me, so hopefully he still wants to go. He's 8 years old, so he might change his mind. Groceries is in the debit. Household is going to get $10. But maybe if they're selling stuff there, I might buy something there. Family fun is going to get $25. So who knows? Maybe. We already have everything for Thanksgiving. We've already bought everything. We're not buying anything else. Kids is getting $10. But you never know. I'm only working 3 days this week, so. But I did just put in an order for groceries. I'm filming on Sunday, and I put a bunch of stuff for my lunches and my breakfast. Oreo's gonna get $10. So my goal is to not spend anything in dining out. Nails, nothing. And miscellaneous is going to get the last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at least have $40 there. Personal, maybe. Kids, family fun, definitely. I might spend something there. But we will see. All right, so that is all set for this week, and I'm so excited. I accidentally ripped this out like months ago, but I'm not going to buy a new one because I've only had this one for like 6-7 months. So, and it was like $50 or something like that. So I'm kind of bummed about that, but you know what? This works. All right. So I have a few 5s that I need to adjust, in exchange for 1. So I will be right back. All right, so we have all our money ready to go, and this week I'm going to do things differently. We're going to do it mini Monday style. So let's get our area situated. Then we will roll a 3-sided die and see if we finish anything. I don't think we're going to finish anything, but you know, I always say that, and then we end up finishing some stuff. So I'm excited about that. What are you guys doing for this holiday? Are your kids out of school? I mean, I assume everybody's kids are out of school. If you're not part of the United States, what are you doing in your country? I know you don't celebrate this holiday, and I know Canada has Thanksgiving Day another day, right? Right. Yes, agreed. Okay, so 5. And then we're starting with number 5, so that's great. Instead of Mini Monday, I should say we're doing it a la Carly today because Carly does it this way. And it is fitting because this beautiful binder was made by Carly, so it's kind of, and I don't know, I like to change things up, and today we're doing it this way. That way we can see all the lovely savings challenges that we have, because usually we only see them one by one. So let's see here. Okay, I'm going to take a second. I'll edit this out, but I'm going to make sure that all these are like not so crooked. All right, so look at all these beautiful savings challenges. I absolutely love. They're still a little crooked, but that's okay. All right, and then I need to look, which one are we starting with? We're starting with number 5. So number 5 right here, and this one is from my freebies on Ko-fi, so go check that out. I have all my savings challenges are free on Ko-fi. $1 in here. I do have a listing for all my freebies if you want me to print them out and laminate them for you. That's separate, but if you have your own printer or can find a printer, all the savings challenges in my Ko-fi will always be free. Next up is Norella's Budget. And we're going to be adding $2 in here. Up next is Budget with Amanda. And we're going to do 3 in here. Next up is Budgeting with Lisa. And we're going to do 2 in here. Oh my gosh, stop moving. Save with Glow is up next. And we're doing 1 in here. Nessa Budgets gets $2. Next up is the Savings Girly, and they're getting 1. Vicky Thinks is next. 1 in here. And then Budget with Amanda again. 1. And then up here is going to be MH Finland on Etsy and also PR Money Roll on YouTube. And I just printed out a bunch of her savings challenges. I'm a sucker for her savings challenges. They're so good. All right, 2 here. Let's see how it actually distributes this way. I mean, we're still rolling the same thing. It's just, I don't know, maybe it'll change a little bit. I think maybe only 1 we can finish today. I think it's the health one, which is Budgeting with Lisa. Because I only needed 4, I think, for that one. And we might already be there. But what do I know? Okay, 3, 2. But yeah, I am excited to have Thursday and Friday off. it's like a 4-day weekend for me, and then back to it for another week. And then the family that I work with, I'm a nanny if you're new, they're going on vacation. They're going to Hawaii for a week, so I have a paid week off, which is great. I already made plans with one of my friends. I have a doctor's appointment that I booked for myself. My daughter has a doctor's appointment that we booked for her. And then my mother-in-law might be coming into town. We'll see. And we'll see her. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having a whole week off before the holiday season, so I can get some stuff done. I might vlog that week, not the whole week, but I might vlog a little bit of it. I still haven't vlogged. I've been walking to work and walking over the hill to pick up my kids, and that's been a lot of fun, but I've just kind of been enjoying myself. I didn't want to work and like film, you know, like a day, and I'm not ready for that yet. I want to. Okay, 3 in here, and then the last one's going to go in here. So that is 5, 6, and 7. So before I forget, let's grab this little clip and we finished on 7. So next time we're going to start off with number 8. Is it? Yeah, number 8. Okay, I was like, where is the savings challenge? Duh. It's crazy how fast I forget. All right, so let's go in here. And this has to be in order. La 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 la. Ooh. Okay. And I'm so excited I get to film how much we saved in November with Mini Mondays. We get to add a little bit of more money into our month ahead with Tiny Tuesdays. I am looking forward to that so much. All right. Let me set up. I'll be back. As soon as I said I'll be right back, I dropped all my markers on the floor. And then for tomorrow's video, we have $300 that we're going to be able to cash stuff. Yay! We've only been able to do 200 the last couple of weeks. And we have 20s and 5s to condense this. We have 225, and then the rest are in ones for the 300 for tomorrow. So we're going to use the 20s and 5s to condense. And we are going to start with number 1 here. I'm so out of whack right now because I normally don't do it this way. All right, so first up is the Savings Girly. And this week we saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's do this other purple over here. And of course, I already forgot. Okay. I really hope my bad memory is not a sign of like Alzheimer's later in my life. That would suck. Okay, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is as far as we're gonna go. Okay. I don't think I have anybody. Well, my grandmother has dementia in Mexico, so that's super sad. But I think she's the only one in my family, so it's not something that like is inherited or like at least normal in my family. My husband's paternal grandmother had Alzheimer's, so that's something definitely that we have to research more of, and you know, because there is a percentage that my husband or somebody in his family might, or kids, you know, in the future. So definitely something that I want to look more into. Okay, so, and I know it's a little morbid, but that's okay. We can talk about hard things. It's good to talk about those things and not just bottle them up inside. Okay, so we have 6 in here. And yes, if you're new, I do color. I do talk a lot. And some people like it, some people don't. And that's okay. Okay, so we have 6 here. Perfect. And let's see if we can condense anything in here. We might be able to put a 20 in here. We'll see. Okay, I think we might be able to. All right, let's see here. We have a total of 5, 10, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, and 24. Okay, that's as far as we can condense it. I'm so excited. Hopefully next week we can finish this. Oh, and each little envelope, if you're new, has a category that I really want to bulk up. And number 1 is invest. So before this, I had my Capital One card in here, but we have since then finished paying that off. So I now have invest in here. Number 2 is going to be Vicky Thanks, and this one is for our emergency fund, like a regular emergency fund. And this one got this week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's condense this 5 right away. $6. Actually, I just want to grab, oh my God, Oreos here are everywhere. So we have 6, and I made the cars $5. So let's do another car in here. Okay, so this might not need condensing because it should have 11. Unless we have 10s, and we don't. So, and then we have 1 here. And Oreo, like always, is snoring in the corner. Okay, so that's 6. And then let's see here. We have 5, 10, 11. Perfect. Just what I thought. And again, this goes into our emergency fund. Next up is going to be Budget with Amanda, and this is going into our retirement fund, which I'm thinking once I finish this savings challenge, I might change the category for number 3. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. $5 in here, and then we could do, let's do this tealy green. It's not Oreo's hair, it's my hair. Oh my gosh. Okay, so again, we have 5 in here, so we can put 5 over here. And we only have 2s left, so let's do a 2, a 4, another 2, which is 4, and then a 5. Perfect. And now in here, we have 20, 25, and $26. That is amazing. And again, this is going into retirement. All right. Next up is number 4. And with number 4, we have PR Money Roll. And this one is going into Oreo's emergency fund. And I made this one a large one, so it's $5 per square. And this week we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have $3 that we're going to roll over for finishing something else. So we're going to be doing $5 today. And let's do blues in here as well. So we're always trying to make sure that Oreo has a good emergency, and she's had a few urinary infections, which apparently is common for some dogs. So yay. So she was sick for a while, so we kept taking money out. So hopefully she gives us a little bit of a break soon. And then next up is this freebie on my Ko-fi. And this one is for our month ahead binder, which I don't think we finished today. So in here we have this week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and $10. So we can grab 2 5s. So we can do 10. And I want to do different blues in this one. So we're going to do 10. So we got 6. We got 3 plus 3 is 6. 8 and 10. Perfect. So hopefully next month we can finish. We can put this into our savings. Okay. And so in here we have, oh, we can definitely exchange. We have, let's put the ones here because we're going to need that $10 slot. We have 10, 15, 20. So grab a 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, and $29. And again, this one is going into month ahead. So these ones for sure are a little bit larger than our Mini Mondays, because Mini Mondays just, you know, how much money can we save throughout the month and then stuff our sinking funds. These are they have specific categories that I want to save up in bulk. So we do larger ones because it'll just be a nice chunk going into it whenever we finish it. Next up is Norella's budgets, and this week we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Amazing. So we got that 10. And let's do pink. So we got any more sixes? Nope, no more sixes. So we could do 2 5s. 2 5s. Perfect. That is amazing. Okay, so that is 10. Fantastic. And let's see if we can condense this even more. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so in here we have 10, 15, 20. Oh, our last 20. That's okay. 25, 26, and 27. Perfect. All right, and this is going into kids savings. So whatever we save here, 50% will go to my son's savings and 50 to my daughter's savings. And then if it's an odd number, then the leftover will go into my nephew's envelope, or I'll split it between my niece as well, because I have a niece now. All right, next up is a budget with Amanda, and this one is going into home decor, which is great because we just depleted that completely. My husband went back for other things he wanted. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So $8. We got 3, 5, okay. And then in here, we're gonna be doing, wait, so how much? We have 8, okay. So 2, 4, 6, and 8. And we have another 2. So now in here we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. So we can grab a 10. Awesome. And again, that will be for home decor. Okay, next up is number 8, and I think we finished this one. Oh, we needed 8, never mind. Oh, but we have extra money, so maybe we finished it. Okay, so this one, it goes to health, and it's from Budgeting with Lisa, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we did finish it. And we can cross this off. So 1, 4, 8. Yay! And then in here we have a total of 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48. So let's grab a 5. Awesome. All right, so let's count that again. We have 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, and $48. $48. Yay! We finished the one I thought we were. All right. So now I'm debating right now if I should change this category for something else. I am really thinking I want to have this be for something else, not health. Let's do this pigeon one. What do I want this to go to? This one is from Budget with Allie, and each pigeon saves us $2, a total of 56. So I'm thinking that this is going to be, right now, I'm going to put, I've realized that like I kept putting Christmas savings, like I just kept going like, oh, I have 2 months, I have 3 months, I have 4, like, you know, and then I would just put like very little into it. And then now with like buying what I got one of my kids, I can't really talk about it, it kind of depleted all of the Christmas funds, and I still have other people to, and obviously I don't think we'll finish this in time for Christmas, but I'm gonna put down holidays as in like for so whenever we do finish this, if it's like 5 days before Christmas, it'll go into Christmas. If this is like right before Valentine's Day, it will go into Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? So it just kind of keeps changing throughout the year. And for now, that's what I'm going to do. So holidays, holidays is going to go in here. And so far we have $2 that we're going to add. And I don't know, maybe I'll change when we finish this one. Maybe I'll change. Maybe there'll be another one that I really want to save for something else. But for right now, I think that, you know, I keep second guessing myself and going like, oh, I have time. And do I have time? And then clearly I do not. So I just got to be better about that for myself. Okay. All right. Okay. So that is, next up is going to be number 9. And in here we were able to save 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lots of 8s today. Wow. So that is $8. And then we have a 5 and a 3. Okay, great. So let's do a 5. I made the frog a 5, and this one is from Save with Glow. And then this is going to the 100 envelope challenge. So I'm hoping we finish this before the end of the year. So 5, and then the next 3 is right here. All right, and that is 8. And in here we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Which I'm really excited about. It's so cute. She has a bunch of, I don't know what happened in the savings community, but for like the last 2 months, everybody's been coming out with like princess themed savings challenges. So I'm curious to know what's going on with that. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just curious, like who decided in the next, you know, for Christmas, we're all coming out with like princess themed. Like, is there a reason? Like, I don't know. Okay, so next up is going to be Nessa Budgets. And this one is for our last credit card debt, which is our Amazon Prime credit card. And our credit card is $3,500. And right now it's at $2,900 and something. So this will save us $100. And this week we got, oh, and we're going to add the last $3 from our rollover in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11. So we have 11 in here. So 5 and 10, 11. And let's see here. We have pinks. We have, let's do this dark blue. We need 11. So I go from highest. So we had 5s, and now we need to do 4s. So obviously, if all the 4s don't add up to 11, we'll do a smaller number. So 4 here, 4, I'll leave this out. 4, orange. We'll do 8 over here. So 8. We need 3. So 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and so we'll do the 3 up here. Okay, perfect. That is perfect. Okay, so now we have in here, we're past the halfway mark, so I'm excited about that. Let's see here. And here we have 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70. So let's do, we can condense at least the 5 in here. All right, we have 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. And we need $30 more for this. So I'm really going to try to make sure that I don't spend too much money this week. All right, so that is it for leftover Wednesdays. I think that's it, right? Yeah, and then we still have a bunch of 5s for tomorrow. And we definitely have a lot of 1s. So this is $225 plus the other money I have. We have a total of $300 for tomorrow's video. So I'm so excited about that. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys oh no, wait, there's more. I always do this. All right, so we finished one, and this one is going into health, and it's $48. So let's cash stuff this money. Oh my God, Oreo's hair everywhere. Okay, oh, let's see here. We have household, laundry, health. So in here right now we have $80. I thought I was running out of contacts, but I still have 2 weeks. I still have 4 weeks left. So I have to change my contacts every 2 weeks. And sometimes I go 3 weeks because like, they're fine. Okay, so $48. And then we here have 20, 40. Okay, so we just have 20, so we don't have to chase. Okay, so now in health we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, and 28. So we have 128 in here, and that is more than enough for the next, I think it's like $80 for my contacts. So that is more than enough. And then I'll just start adding more money into this as I cash stuff with other savings challenges. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I am so excited to do our videos for how much we saved with Mini Mondays and Tiny Tuesdays. I will see you guys tomorrow for Thursday's savings. And yeah, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you are having a wonderful holiday. Please be kind, be a good ancestor, and donate your time or money or whatever you can to your community, to other communities, so that we can all thrive and less children will go hungry because of us. So yeah, okay. Bye.